So there's a nursing home, and in this nursing home, there are 2 men in every single room. It's all men nursing home. There's 2 men in every room, except one room. One room, there's a Mr. Lefkowitz. Mr. Lefkowitz is a very rich man. He don't want any people in his room. He paid for the other bed. He has the room himself. One day, Mr. Lefkowitz gets a call from the owner. He says, Mr. Lefkowitz, I need a favor. We have a new guy, Mr. Friedman, coming in. In 30 days, he'll have a bed in a different room, but we can't take him in unless we have a bed. Right now, we have no beds. Could you let him stay in your room for the next 30 days? I promise you he's out after that. Lefkowitz was a very nice man. He was an artist. He was an amazing artist who never lost his feet to diabetes, so he was in a wheelchair. He was an amazing artist, and he was a very big mensch. So he says, 30 days. After that, I need my privacy, 100%. So they wheel in this guy, Mr. Friedman. And they put Friedman into the bed, and Lefkowitz wants to meet his new chavrusa, and he rolls over to the bed, he goes, Friedman, welcome to my palace. Friedman is the most miserable, angry old man you ever met. And he's like, palace? Get me out of here. I don't want to be here. Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. Lefkowitz is like, hold on. This is not the deal. I'm supposed to get a nice guy. I'm not going to stay in this room with this grumpy old man. Yeah, you don't want to stay with me? I don't want to be here either. My kids put me in a nursing home, and he's screaming, and he's cursing, and he's yelling. Lefkowitz is like, I'm not putting up with this. He goes up to the phone, he picks it up. I want to talk to the owner. Listen, get him out of my room. I can't. I'm a happy guy. I can't live with this. This is such negative energy. They're like, okay, we're going to calm him down, whatever. It's just, okay, tomorrow morning we'll move him, but tonight he's got to stay. But we can't move. We don't have the people to move him. Okay, no problem. Lefkowitz is like, man, I never saw a guy like this. This guy is mean. He's mean. So he rolls over again to Friedman. He's going to annoy him a little. He says, Friedman, you're here till tomorrow morning. After that, you're out of here. Let's be friends for a night. He says, get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. He says, you're so happy. Life is so good. He goes, no, life's not so good. I'm in a wheelchair. Not so good. He goes, yeah? Well, you're in a better place than I am. He says, really? What's your problem? He says, yeah, come close. Look at my face. You're not exactly the best looking guy I ever saw, but it's not that bad. I've seen worse. And he goes, no, look at my eyes. He says, you have nice green eyes. I don't know, what is your problem? You fool, Lefkowitz. I'm blind. Lefkowitz says, oh, I am so sorry. Nobody told me that you were blind. Yeah, that's right. I live in darkness. Oh, you see your children and your grandchildren. I live in darkness for the last 10 years. I just see black. Now, Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky Lefkowitz, go back to your room, to your side of the room. He's like, I am so, Mr. Friedman, they didn't tell, I would have never, he's like so apologetic. And he goes back to his room. He's like, oh my gosh, they put a blind man in my room. And they didn't tell me. I can't believe they didn't tell me. And I'm yelling at him, giving him a whole schmooze. And oh my gosh, at least I could see. He can't even see. I got to do something for him. Gets back in his wheelchair, rolls to the other side. Friedman, what? Listen to me. You're only here for another day. Let me be your eyes. I'm an artist. I'm going to go to the window and I'm going to describe for you everything that's going on outside. Being that you went blind 10 years ago means that you used to see. So when I describe it, you'll see it in your head. He says, you're a Meshuggah. You're a Meshuggah. Lefkowitz, you're a Meshuggah. He goes, I know I'm a Meshuggah. You let me do it for a half hour tomorrow morning? I will not come to your side of the room anymore. I will not bother you. I will not. You're free. He goes, you promise? I promise. Next morning, 5:25 in the morning. Friedman, get up! What? I just went to sleep. Get up, 5:25, sunrise. Now let's see what's going on. Oh, cumulus clouds. It's pink, it's red. Across the street, there's a merry-go-round, there's this, there's that. He's telling him everything for half an hour. Half an hour's up. He says, okay, half an hour's up. How'd you like it? Friedman goes, you're a Meshuggah. Don't talk to me anymore. 3 hours later, Lefkowitz, I got to tell you something. You're not such a meshugana. For that half hour, in my head, I actually saw everything you described. It was pretty amazing. I haven't been able to do that for 10 years. You know what? Let's try it again tomorrow. This is a true story. And the next day, they did it again, and then it was 1 hour, and then it was 2 hours, and these two became the best friends in that nursing home. One could walk, one couldn't. One could see, the other one couldn't see. It was a perfect combination. Perfect combination. They were mamish best friends, and all day he would sit there. The little dipper, the big dipper, the sun is going down, the poodle, the dog, the B-13, the bus, the lady with the poodle, the lady with the whole day, fire engines, Hatzalah. It was unbelievable. The two of them were having the time of their life. And after a year of this going on, they were inseparable. They were both in that room. There was no way that Lefkowitz would let Friedman out of the room. Friedman called Lefkowitz over to his bed. He said, Mr. Lefkowitz, I have to tell you something. He called him, actually in the book, he called him Lefko. He said, Lefko, I got to tell you something. I see more now, blind, than I saw when I could see. I never ever saw a little dipper, a big dipper, the stars. I never paid attention to kids or buses or colors or fire hydrants or bicycles. He said, I went through my life and I didn't pay attention to anything. You have brought more to me, to my blind eyes. I am able to see more than I used to be able to see. I love you, man. You are so special. And Lefkowitz go like, oh, come on, Friedman. I'm not so good. You're just trying to make me feel good. And he wheels to the side of his bed and he begins to cry. That he meant so much to this Friedman. A month later, Friedman wakes up in the morning and there's something very wrong. He realizes, he's blind, that it's very late. Lefko! What's up? What's going on? Why don't you wake me up? Nothing. You in the bathroom taking a shower? Nothing. Starts pulling the string for the nurse. Nurse comes running in. What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Friedman? What's going on? Where's Lefko? Oh, Mr. Friedman was so sorry. Last night he wasn't feeling well. We took him to the hospital. He had a massive heart attack and he passed away. The funeral will be today at 12 o'clock. You want to go and speak? No, 1 second. What are you saying? Mr. Lefkowitz passed on. He's no longer here. What? My eyes again? They took away my eyes again. I can't believe this. She goes, what are you talking about, your eyes? You have your eyes. He goes, no, you don't understand. What time is it, nurse? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Exactly 8 o'clock? 8 on the minute. Run to the window. At 8 o'clock, there's the B-23, and there's a lady you're going to see. You're going to start laughing, nurse, because you never saw this. It's in the middle of July. It's 100 degrees out there. She comes with a heavy yellow coat and a white poodle. She looks ridiculous. Please, go tell me. Does she look ridiculous today? Nurse says, Mr. Friedman, what do you want me to do? Go to Lefkowitz's window. You're going to miss it. 8:01, she's on that bus. It's going to leave. She goes, Mr. Friedman, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no window in this room. We are connected to another building. He goes, liar! Trying to make fun of a blind man? What do you mean there's no window? It's impossible. Every day, 10 hours a day, he sat at the window. And he gets up, he's blind, and he falls over his bed, and he comes to Lefkowitz's bed, and he starts to feel the wall, and he's like, window, window. There has to be a window. It's impossible. And he feels the whole wall up and down. Concrete. He's like, I need to go to that funeral. I need to speak. And he gets up at the funeral and he says, there are human beings in this world that are kind. They're willing to sit at a window and for a blind man for 10 to 12 hours a day describe the world around them. But there's only one angel. And that angel was Mr. Lefkowitz. You see, he didn't sit at a window. He sat at a wall. And he made that wall into a window for me. That's not a human being. That's an angel.